Hoodie Sports Gamer here, and I got a little article I stumbled upon that I wanted to do a short video on. And look at this article. Found Trey Lance sparks speculation with post about new Titans GM. Trey Lance looked like he was going to be the future of the 49ers, but the big injury derailed him and the emergence of Brock Purdy. So the Titans hired the 49ers director of pro personnel, Rand Carthon, to be their new general manager of the Titans. This has fueled Trey Lance to post picture of Carthon along with 3 fingers crossed emojis. So now there's speculation that Rand Carthon is going to talk to the 49ers and try to get them to trade Trey Lance to Tennessee. So it says, what was Trey Lance trying to say here? It might be that answer is nothing, but fingers crossed is an unusual emoji to use when trying to convey excitement or happiness. Many wondered if Lance was saying he hoped Carter would find a way to bring the quarterback to Tennessee with him. The 49ers have seen Brock Purdy emerge out over the tail end of the season. While it's not guaranteed that the job is his to keep, he does appear to have made a strong impression on his coach. The Titans do not have a long-term solution at quarterback, and Lance would probably be an appealing option for them if he was actually attainable. Now this is the problem. It is hard for Trey Lance to be attainable in the 49ers perspective. They gave up 3 first-round picks to get him, which they didn't have to, but they still did it stupidly, in my opinion. Why would they trade him? They're never going to get their value back. Maybe in their eyes, if they get 1 first-round pick along with others, maybe a 3rd, or maybe get some players back. Maybe they can fleece Denver like the Seahawks did and giving them Russell Wilson. That type of trade, there's no way on the 49ers side. As I said in my other video with Trey Lance, thinking he would be traded to the Texans, I said he's going to be pouting all over the field. And him sending that message about Rand Carthon and doing a fingers crossed emojis is showing that he is in fact going to be pouting on the sideline if he stays with the 49ers as a backup. There's no way he's going to start next year if Brock Purdy keeps going the way he's going, especially if they make the NFC Championship, Super Bowl, and especially if they win the Super Bowl. There's no possible way Trey Lance should be the quarterback. I don't think there's a possible way he should be the quarterback if they make it to the NFC Championship. So he's going to be crying all over the sidelines. He's probably not going to put in the effort in practice and all that stuff. So maybe the 49ers' best bet is to try to get something for him and trade him. And there was some article I read that Trey Lance has a higher ceiling than Brock Purdy. I really don't see that. I know Brock Purdy is playing in an unbelievable level right now, but the only thing Trey Lance has over Brock Purdy that I could see is the running ability, try to get yards down the field. Brock Purdy is good at moving in the pocket, finding time to throw, but he's not one to gain 20 to 30 yards or more or take it all the way like a Trey Lance would be. And the only other thing is Trey Lance probably has a bigger arm. Arm isn't everything. I would value accuracy over arm strength, and Brock Purdy has a ton more accuracy than Trey Lance will ever have, in my opinion. So this is what might happen. The 49ers might have to trade him if he's going to be a distraction in the offseason, especially if it goes into the season, if he's the backup quarterback. And Tennessee is an intriguing option. They got Tannehill, which got hurt, and I don't know if this contract's up, but the Titans could use a quarterback. Tom Brady's name was actually floated, maybe going one of the possibilities of going to the Titans, because they could be good if they just get a quarterback shown like they shown the past years with Tannehill. He's not a great quarterback, but he was just good enough to lead him to the playoffs and win a playoff game or 2, but not take him all the way. He's not a good enough quarterback to get him to the Super Bowl. And this leads me back to my first video of Trey Lance going to Houston, if the 49ers are willing to trade him. Because, in my opinion, they're going to make a huge play to get DeMeco Ryans. DeMeco Ryans is definitely going to be a head coach next year at some team. And I think Houston might make a big play for him, and he might try to get Trey Lance to come with them, because they definitely need a quarterback. They might have success together. DeMeco Ryans is an awesome coach, awesome defensive coach. Players love him. He's shown that he's talented. And I think the 49ers are playing at a higher level than when they had Robert Saleh as their defensive coordinator. They might have a little more talent than Salah had right now, but they're playing at a high level, and they might be leading. He might be leading this team to the Super Bowl. So D'Amico Ryans is going to be sought after as a coach, and I think he will be offered a head coach job somewhere, and maybe Houston, and maybe they'll bring Trey Lance with him to Houston. So what do you guys think? You think I'm crazy? Do you think the 49ers would be crazy to trade him if they don't get that much compensation for him? Do you think the 49ers would be crazy if they get a first-round pick and some players and another pick for him? Me personally, I think he's going to be a distraction. I think the 49ers should trade him. Then they can even live with a Josh Johnson as a backup quarterback. They don't need like a big-time backup quarterback. And I know it would be great to have Lance as a backup. There'll be pretty cheap options for quarterback. Even though Josh Johnson is way much cheaper. But anyway, with the talent, in case Brock Purdy does get hurt, and he's shown a little bit of getting banged up here and there, now I'm starting to talk myself out of it. I think the 49ers should keep him. So what do you guys think? Let me know. Comment below and subscribe. Thanks. See ya.